Welcome back to the channel. Today I will be sharing a very interesting list of Prime Video, in this case gay movies, that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead, go watch and support. These movies are super good, and most of them in my personal opinion are underrated. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your opinion down below in the comments, because it's very important for the growth of the channel. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with The Wandering of Ivan. The movie was released in 2018. The plot follows Ivan, a young immigrant who arrives in Paris and becomes homeless. He wanders the city streets before taking refuge in the woods of Vincennes. There he encounters various people and is drawn into a life involving male S. The movie got very interesting ratings and feedback from the viewers. A lot of people feel like it does, and it can basically say a lot about realities that goes on when you are in a situation that you don't want to be in, but at the end of the day you still have to figure out a way to survive and make things happen in this new reality that you are facing. And like I said, the movie was released in 2018, and I will highly recommend any of you to go watch it. And then moving forward, we have Too Cool to Be Forgotten. The film tells the story of Felix, a friendless student whose life changes when he meets two mysterious brothers, in this case Magnus and Maxime. The plot follows, in this case, Felix as he becomes entangled in brothers' dark ambitions and discovers desires within himself that he had to previously confront, and it's a whole new reality for him as well, because he's, in a situation that he definitely didn't see himself being at, so he starts to question a lot of things. Felix gets drawn into the brothers' dark motives, and the movie was released in 2016. And like I said, this one was very well watched and well reviewed, as this movie has gotten a lot of recognition and won multiple awards. So that's why I just had to include it on this list. And then moving forward, we have 3 kilometers to the end of the world. In this case, Adi has just finished high school exams, is preparing to move to Bucharest. His parents, who run a guest house, are conservative and religious, and the relationship with the son is strained due to their lack of understanding and acceptance of his sexuality. One night after, seeking another, in this case, kissing another young man named Mani, a guy who's also in closeted Adi, is brutally attacked by locals on the streets, and Adi is left severely injured and reports, the crime, and an investigation starts, but at the same time, he feels like justice will not be done because of the circumstances of the situation that he was caught in. So he faces this whole new reality with his parents, and let me tell you, a lot, 100 trillion% definitely unfolds, and the movie can also be very emotional at the same time. And then moving forward, we have By Erase. George, the son of Baptist pastor in a small Arkansas town, is pressured into attending a church-supported conversion therapy program after revealing his truth to his parents. The film chronicles the emotional distress and psychological torture he endures, at the facility, constructing with his flashbacks of his life and experiences leading up to that point, where he got in the situation where he didn't ask to be in, and ultimately dissecting his journey to self-acceptance and his fight to leave the program. So he basically goes through a whole roller coaster ride, just trying to, make sense of the situation that he is in and not wanting to be in it, but also not seeing a way out. So he goes through a lot of self, discovery as well. And then moving forward, we have Maurice. It's a romantic drama from 1987. The story begins with Maurice as a university student. There he befriends wealthy and charming, in this case Elif, as they fall deeply in love. Their relationship remains primarily basically cast out of the public because of social conventions and legal risk of the time that they were actually in. Their relationship ends with, in this case, Cliff fearing social and political, situation that will ruin, his friends, and not only that, his life. He have decided, to, pull himself away from this relationship that he got himself in. with Maurice, and also after seeing a friend, getting arrested for being gay, that also like was a moment for him that he was like, hey, I don't want this, even though I want to be with you. And things with Maurice ended, and this case Cliff went on and he actually got married to a woman. This movie is a true classic, and I know a lot of people know that. So yes, that's basically it. These are the Prime Video movies that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead, go watch and support. But before we get out of here, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And thank you so much for spending your time and watching this video. Leave me a comment down below regarding other movies that you will highly recommend watching.